Today I'm going to be talking about Pragmata, which I would love to talk about the game's excellent gameplay, the very interesting story, the brilliant character dynamics, the graphics, the music, all this kind of stuff. The stuff that makes a video game great and worthwhile to play. But unfortunately, because of a contingent of people, albeit the minority of people, we're not having that conversation today. That's what we should be talking about, but unfortunately, that's not what we need to talk about. So let's go ahead and hop right over here, guys. First of all, Pragmata has became a success. It's already sold more than 1 million copies in the first 48 hours being available for sale, which is a really good milestone considering that this is Capcom's first new IP in years. And, we always complain about the fact these companies constantly make sequels, that there is no originality in video games anymore, and so on. And whenever we see a game like this come out that actually does offer some unique takes in terms of gameplay, in terms of story dynamics, in terms of scenery and everything like that, we should be celebrating it. We should be approaching it with a open mind. And that is generally the reception that both critics and players have had. It's got an 86 on Metacritic, 9.0 user review score, which is really good. Both of these are really good things to see. For some people, this may even be a potential Game of the Year candidate. I don't think it's going to win it. This is going to be a very tough year, especially if GTA 6 does end up coming out. But for some people, perhaps it may be their Game of the Year. That is definitely a possibility. Over on Steam, same kind of sentiments. We are seeing overwhelmingly positive reviews. 97% of the user reviews have recommended this game. And it's not hard to see why. This is the majority of people. But unfortunately, there are some weirdos out there. First of all, check this out. The Pragmata subreddit. Now, this happened actually a couple of months ago. It actually got banned because of creepers sexualizing the game. Specifically, the little girl, kid, robot, android, Diana. Which, go effing figure, right? It seems like nowadays we can't go anywhere on the internet without this disgusting CSAM stuff. But alas, this is, albeit this is just the tip of the iceberg, although arguably it is the worst aspect of this game. Now, bear in mind, this is not anything that's present in the game itself. This is a T for teen video game, for one. So there is nothing objectively adult about the content in this game. There is no sexual references. There is no abject violence or anything like that. There's nothing like that at all in this game. However, there are people out there that try to draw their own conclusions, and I don't know. They let their wildest fantasies run awry, I guess, and it's just absolutely disgusting to see. It's gotten to a point where the modding community are having ethical concerns about any kind of mods for the game because of this kind of culture that exists. These freaks that openly come out and advertise themselves on the internet, like a well, I guess like a little child showing up their drawings, but obviously in a disgusting way that these people behave. And it is absolutely wild that they run amok, don't you think? I really don't know what the hell is going on with people. I am not advocating for this kind of behavior at all, but if you are going to be a freak, can you not advertise it to the damn world? Like, seriously? Just read. Read what this person said. The official Pragmata account has blocked me for making a post calling out Diana's censored design. And then you can see the tweet below reference. Diana from Pragmata has been censored. Instead of wearing spats, she now has some weird gray mesh under her coat. Said coat has also been made significantly larger. I miss the days when we could see girls' panties in video games. Now even ... Now, I don't know about you, but whenever I play a video game, you know what never crosses my mind? Looking up girls' skirts, especially girls that are underage appearing. Like, seriously. Now, you have to bear in mind, Diana is not a legitimate little girl. She is an android that was designed by this Delphi corporation to have the appearance and behavior of a little girl. But this is not the intent of the game at all. These absolute freaks are ruining the discourse about this game. People can't have a conversation about the game anymore because we have these people that we have to contend. Now, bear in mind, there is another layer to this entirely. We have Twitch badges. Like whenever various games will collaborate with Twitch in order to help promote their game by getting people to watch streamers and so on. And if you were to purchase or gift a subscription to a streamer streaming Pragmata, you would be eligible to get this Cryana Twitch chat badge right here. And there are people saying that it references lolly culture. This is not a joke. This is a real thing that people think is going on with the game. Probably because of the previously mentioned freaks and weirdos that have absolutely no business being on the internet or being anywhere near children, for that matter, and their comments. So I don't blame their overreaction, although it is an overreaction. You can't seriously tell me there is a single person that developed this game or works at Capcom as a company that really thought, hey, you know what? Let's play up to the lollygaggers and make this Twitch chat badge as a dog whistle. You cannot be serious. Are you kidding me? And then we have people that theorize that this is a natalist game to brainwash people into having children. Now, I have seen some people make comments like, this has made me think I might want to have a kid someday, which I think that's kind of wild to get that kind of thought from a video game. But maybe if it emotionally resonated enough with you, I could see the case possibly. I could see the case. Although there has to be a lot of other factors at the same time. Like video games, just like any form of media, can touch us in various ways. But you should put a lot of thought into things at the same time when you make such statements. But alas, because of Japan having a low birth rate and having a population crisis, people are thinking that this is some cooked up thing from Capcom, a for-profit corporation who makes video games to make revenue, to make money, guys. But no, they have an ulterior motive to repopulate Japan by making a video game. Right? Right? I mean, I guess some conspiracy theories may be true, but one thing a lot of them share in common is stupidity. Stupidity, okay? I am just absolutely I really I really am mind screwed on this here. And then we also have bad takes from people on the left like Hassan Piker, Hasanabi, of course, who said, if you are an effing lonely gamer who has never been around with a woman, will never have sex with a woman, why do you care? Like, what do you care about having children or like writing for having children? Which is kind of a wild take. I kind of see where he's coming from because there are some people out there that are just basically parroting what they're seeing others saying. They don't actually care. Let's be real. A lot of the people that are drumming up this controversy don't actually care. They are just doing it for engagement. Let's be real about this. But I have seen some of his comments about this game and how he also thinks it's a dog whistle for these creepers and stuff like that. I mean, like I said, they're out there. These freaks are out there. But, I mean, they're going to be advertising themselves clearly. They attach themselves to anything that they possibly can. And, it kind of sucks that just enjoying a video game that has great gameplay, a great character dynamic, a kind of father-daughter kind of dynamic, even though you have to consider that Hugh is not obviously the father. He doesn't know this android girl. They meet in a happenstance circumstance after him and his team get separated from a major calamity after they get onto this moon base, which they're there in the first place to figure out, hey, why is this moon base lost contact with Earth and all this stuff, right? And like ultimately there are things that Hugh learns about himself and about humanity in general through this adventure. This is not meant to be anything overtly political, but I guess it is now. Everything is political. Everything is a controversy. And we just cannot enjoy video games anymore, guys. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely stunning. I will tell you my personal thoughts on the game. If you like action shooters, but you want something with a unique twist, something that's not just a mindless action shooter, but also makes you engage the other side of your brain, pick this up. If you want a game that has a interesting character dynamic, kind of like what you'd see with something like The Last of Us or Telltale's The Walking Dead, albeit in a much more lighthearted fashion, but still very interesting and layered, pick this game up. If you like games with cool sci-fi aesthetics, cool atmosphere, great graphics, great sound design, pick this game up. If you're any of these freaks that think that this game is some kind of sexualized object, if you think that this game is some kind of propaganda for natalism or any other kind of political stance at all, please stay the hell away from this game, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you happen to like what you see, be sure to check out the most recent video that I did right above my head over there. And in the other corner, the algorithm's going to send you something fire. And don't forget, of course, be sure to subscribe so you can see more videos coming up. And that's going to be the last line.